nothing, man. Like, as I look at how, the streets were compared to how they are now, a lot has changed throughout the years, man. We all know everything is subject to change, like any minute. Sometimes there's nothing you can do about it. You know what I mean? It's a lot different now. It got me feeling that feeling of when you heard the old head saying, all these young kids nowadays. Now I'm the one that I feel like I'm the one that's saying all of that now. So, just the fact on how, we've witnessed so much change throughout the years, man. It just gets me lost in the zone sometimes to the point. Matter of fact, you know what? We should go out for a walk, go hit the street for a little bit and talk. Let's call it street talk. Let's go. Why just talk about it? 10 toes down. We outside. Let's talk.
I've learned that the more you kept us away from going outside, the reason for, the guardians telling us not to go out is what gravitated us to go out there even more. You see, the difference, if I can remember correctly, back in the day, you had, the old heads that was trying to tell us young ones, go back in the house when they see us outside and all of that stuff, man. You can't use what worked in the past, for days in 2021. Things are so much different. You know what I'm saying? Like, and you can't talk to anybody because the crowd is much more worse than what it used to be. You walk down the street, you might get someone grilling you for no reason. So I mean, things are a whole lot different than what they were a long time ago, years ago. We're not gonna put nobody on camera, but I just want to get the opinion from the public. You know what I'm saying? Excuse me, can I ask you a question? Compared from the 80s and the 90s, compared to how 2021 is, how would you rate the streets to be? How would you rate the streets to be? How bad?
About 90% worse.
90% right, worse. Can I ask you a question? Compared to the 80s and the 90s, how would you rate how the streets are now in 2021? Worse, right?
Yeah.
What you think, man? How's it for you out here?
Well, it's always everybody's their own person. And around here, like, if you're not in that circle with people, then you're not meant to be with them. You're not, if you can't become part of that little secret, if you can't do what they do, if you can't rob niggas like they do, if you can't walk up to someone and do what they do to them, like same person the way they do it, you can't hang with them. If you can't hang with them,
fact.
If you can't hang with them, then that's you. Personally, I used to hang with people that did that.
What made you come out of that? Like, stop hanging with people like that, man?
I didn't see I was doing wrong things until something bigger happened,
Yeah. You being young, how you are.
I mean, I used to hang out with people. I used to think it was cool to do stuff like that. I thought it was cool because I was having fun.
Word.
But sometimes, even though you're having fun, that don't make it right.
That's a fact.
Because even though it makes you happy, but that don't make it right.
And one thing I learned? The streets always took you farther than you expected to go, man. Yeah. Like, me coming up, I'm just glad I was able to escape it. You know what I mean?
Bro? What's up, man?
Not insight from people, man. Like, how you see the streets out here, bro. Like, compared to how they were back in the day. Man. You know what I'm saying?
It's really a free fall out here, man. Like, people don't really give a shit about nobody anymore out here. Like the old heads and shit, like how you were saying, man. Like, man, like these kids out here running around with Glocks, shooting people, man, robbing people, man. It's crazy out here.
Like something different now, man.
There really ain't no rules out here, man. There was a system for like the streets out here. Like old heads control shit. You feel me? Like certain people had power out here.
Yeah.
It's going to shit, man. It's going to shit, man. The kids around here don't got nowhere to play, man. They don't do nothing, man. Everybody's just running around shooting people.
You know, we got to make a difference somehow,
Yeah,
bro.
of course, man.
You know what I mean?
One
Appreciate your
person at a
time,
time, man. Yeah, definitely, man.
That's a fact.
Young _ Vante
Alright.
VANTEE 17.
Hey there, we about to check that out, man. I appreciate you, fam. You have a good one, fam. How you doing? Can I ask a question? I can ask, like, compared from the 80s and the 90s, how would you rate the streets being today, man?
Well, I'll tell you what, I'm going to look for, see, I'm born in 60. They go back to 50 and 60, tell them how you rate it.
I rate it? I mean, I don't go back, you know what I mean? I'm 44 today, you know what I mean?
I'm way over 50.
Okay.
Okay,
I mean, where would you rate it, though? Like, how do you think from that time to how it came up now, like how the streets are?
Well, let me tell you, see, when I was a young kid, I got away with a lot of bullshit. There's
Okay.
no racial shit like this right now. Cops here and them black and all the bullshit. So I can drive right to car, drink beer, a lot more, get away with a lot of shit. But right now, can't do a god. If I open a beer right now, I mean, right now, right, you're gonna pull out a cigarette, they're gonna shoot you.
Like back in the day, you didn't have to
Back
go
in the
through
day,
that.
don't worry about that bullshit.
Right.
That was back in the day, but now,
The way the streets are right now,
it's
the
crazy.
roads away, they suck.
They suck, huh?
They do. Empty. Right now, you gotta realize that all the rioting and all the bullshit
I know.
going on now. But if you go back to 1950s and 60s, you had that bullshit back then.
It's a fact.
See how Martin Luther King, whatever else, he's spread the truth. You know what I mean? Black, he's done his thing. They knocked him out there like that. But he's long and gone. But his word still stands today. You know
That's
what I
a
mean?
fact.
His picture truth.
I
And that
appreciate
is
that.
fact that. Yeah, 50 fucking years later, it's still facts, you know what I mean?
I appreciate you guys. I have faith in our country, though. We gonna get better. You know what I mean?
I'm an Army vet, 30 fucking years.
I
ago.
appreciate every single thing you did for this country,
Hey,
man.
ain't worried about that, see? I'm still American, just like me and you.
No doubt.
Don't say we're still the same.
No doubt. That's a fact.
1950s or 2000, whatever.
Uh-huh.
So,
I appreciate you,
hey,
man.
Take care of yourself.
All right, now. You also. Yo, how you doing? Can I ask you a quick question real quick? Check it. Like back in the day, how the streets was compared to how they are now. Like, how you think the streets are? Is it worse? Like,
Here or New York?
anywhere, just the streets in general.
Here's kind of better, and New York is like, yeah,
What part of New York you from?
Bronx.
The Bronx? Okay, all right. Yeah, I got a lot of family out there, man. But like, even like areas like how people like back in the day, you could walk down the street, say what's up to somebody. Now you walk down, look at them, it's like they grilling you, they sizing you up and all of that, you know?
Racist.
Yeah.
And it's not.
All right. Big shout out to Andy, man.
You see, in my opinion, it doesn't take much to get things back to the way we remember. It just takes the time to listen and to think and to remember that if we all did our part individually, this world can go a long way. Unity, loyalty, and respect. Team USA. Let's get to work.
This the sound that I remember growing up. See how it sounds outside? See how it sounds?